priestess of love, the only high priestess of love, the one, the only, Racine Pendarvis. Hey,
Bam!
Racine. How are
Shabam!
you? What's it giving? What's it
It's
giving?
giving love, greetings and
Yes.
salutations to everybody.
Oh, we love it. We love it. So
I'm
glad we are
wearing my
here for
favorite
another one.
sexy shirt, honey. Yeah.
Yes, honey, icon, icon.
Everyone should have these in their purse, in their compact, in their
Yes,
backpack, in your
yes,
apartments, in your locker, your wallet,
yes.
your desk
Oh,
drawer. Keep them.
they
And every
better.
man
They
who
had
wears
better.
these, please call me.
I love it. I love it. All right. So, we have some fabulous guests this evening. I am excited for the fabulous guests that we do have this evening. It's going to be such a fabulous, tantalizing Tuesday. So glad that we're able to have everyone here once again. So, in our first round, our first segment tonight, we want to welcome, first of all, someone who we know very, very well, a member of Team Racine herself, the one, the only, Nikki. So there
Yes,
is Nikki.
it's Nikki who's giving you upside down and turning me inside out. Go rounds and rounds.
Yes,
Upside
honey.
down, you're turning me, darling. You know,
And we are also,
she might be working, honey. Miss Nikki doing
yes,
shows
Nikki.
and tricks.
And we are also welcoming the fabulous Saul to Tantalizing Tuesday for the first time. Welcome, Saul.
Oh,
You. Thank you for having me.
It's
come
so
on in
great
the
to have you
room,
here.
Saul.
Nikki, your thing is you have to do it again. You have to turn it and turn it again because you're
Nikki, you
sideways.
are fired.
All right, so turn it.
Y'all
There
are
we go.
sweet.
Beautiful, beautiful.
There
Well,
you
welcome
go.
to both of you. Thank you guys so much for joining us for Tantalizing Tuesday. This
It's
is
good
so
to be
great.
here.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And Saul, you're a virgin for Tantalizing
We're gonna break
Tuesday.
you in. We're gonna break you in.
We really
Ah,
appreciate you all sacrificing yourself.
to
Of
be here.
ready to pop
Oh,
my tantalizing
tantalizing.
Tuesdays
Yes,
cherry.
we're gonna pop that cherry.
Yes, we love a cherry pop. We love a cherry pop here at Tantalizing Tuesdays. Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it. One thing I do want to talk about, Saul, is I do want to talk about the bag. Let's talk about the bag. Give us some
Yes.
information
So
about
the
that.
bag, the bag stands for the Badass Girl Group. It came
Ooh.
about just hanging out with one of DJs, Alex Love and Jewel Addy, that works with Whitman Walker Health in the communications department. And we were just like, yeah, we should throw a party. It should be about sexual health. Alex should DJ it, and Soul, you should host. And I was like, yeah, cool. Not really thinking that they were serious because, like, sometimes things we just talk about things and then Jewel was like, here's the proposal. It's been approved. Like, now we're going to do it every
Wow.
Wednesday. We brought on another DJ, DJ Sean Don, who's our other resident DJ. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about retrogrades and astrology. So it's going to be a good time. It's every
Oh, I'm here
Wednesday
for it.
from 7:30 to 9.
And you have some amazing people that will be joining you on that and talk a little bit about them.
Yeah, so our two resident DJs, Alex Love and DJ
Mm-hmm.
Sean Don, will be joining us. And
Ooh.
Alex will be kind of leading the conversation. She's
Mm-hmm.
an astrology enthusiast, so she's
Ah.
going to be leading the conversation, and it's going to be fun.
I love it. Speaking of astrology, what's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
Mm.
Oh, just like my
Ah,
little
Ah,
brother.
okay.
that shade,
No,
Racine.
I like Aries. I love Aries.
Okay. Well,
But
I
they
thank
don't
got
you.
know the things. I don't know the things. I don't know the
I
things.
love Aries.
What's
I
the
can talk
sexual
with
compatibility of Aries? What's the sexual compatibility of Aries with other
I don't know
signs?
about sexual compatibility, but I've heard that we're good in the
Hey. And that's all you
but
need
they're
to know.
fabulous, honey. They're an animal. They're vicious, they're aggressive, and they take charge.
Hey.
Oh,
Much
because Aries is the ram, right?
the Rams are.
Yes,
Oh, so you are
honey.
ramming.
And Taurus is a bull. Taurus is a bull.
Always horny. Gotta have those horns.
And I am a Capricorn. We so fabulous. We
Another
come twice
horn.
in the year, the beginning and the end, the
And
Well,
and a
well,
win.
I'm a Gemini, so I always have myself next to me to keep me together. So so that is the tea. Nikki, how are you? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. It's anytime we're doing Tantalizing Tuesday, I'm just in a happy space, in a
Mhm.
very, very happy space. Just getting a chance to talk with Saul. Saul, we haven't had a chance to talk since these whole COVIDian times started, honey. And I am so excited to hear about the events that you have coming up. What's been going on at the corner? Do you guys have a new
Yeah.
installation?
Yeah,
Oh,
we've been really busy getting ready for the next exhibition. It's called See You There, Making History at Whitman Walker. It's basically
Okay.
based on the oral history project that, again, Jewel Addy put together and coordinated. We're focusing on the history and the lack of history of Black lesbians within the Whitman Walker
Yes.
archive that we got to look through.
mhm.
Our curator was really intentional about the artists that she chose and the photos that are in the exhibit and different artworks. So I'm really looking forward to people coming to see it. December 5th is our opening, so y'all make sure y'all come through.
Of course, that sounds
Yes,
so
that changed
great.
my
And
life.
we want to support queer art in any way that we can. We
Yes.
want to support that in any way that we can. So we're question, Saul, are you a lesbian?
I've been questioning that lately because I'm like, I identify as queer.
Mhm.
I feel like my sexuality changes all the time.
Ah, okay.
I'm very much so attracted to like people's energy
Mhm.
and like how they make me feel and how we make each other feel. And communication is very big to me. And I've kind of just not been as interested in mass or like mass
Mm.
presenting men lately. So I'm figuring it all
Damn
out
it.
still. I'm still figuring it all out too, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
identify
yeah.
as queer.
I know
What
that
about
I'm
you
the
all?
same.
But listen, the good news is you can do whatever you want to do. That's how the song goes.
Exactly.
Do what you want to do, Sue.
Yeah.
I'm the
Yes.
same, I just love everybody. It's just usually they tend to be men.
I say live your best possible life. Enjoy. Life is short. Take that ram by the horns and the gusto, and just enjoy. Whether it is a masculine man, a feminine man, a masculine woman, someone of the trans experience, someone in the queer, someone who's non-binary, someone who just doesn't feel like they have to check a box, but you're into feelings, emotions, the essence of being.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
I want to talk about, I want to ask one thing. Now that the election is passed and all of that is behind us now, how are people, is there less anxiety? Are people hornier? Do people have more sex? Like what has been the tea since?
Listen, I'm going to let Saul answer first, and then I'm going to make a comment.
Okay.
I will say, I don't know if my anxiety has gone down. I will say on election day, I was like trying to distract myself, but I definitely had sex and like was around good energy and just wanted to be sexual and like engage in pleasure and just like focus on my joy because I didn't really want to think about like the possible outcomes.
Yes.
And afterward, I'm anxious because I'm not really sure what the other side is planning. Like now that they've lost, I'm like, all right, y'all already came down to DC and started to like try to destroy our city. What are y'all gonna do next? What's gonna be like for inauguration, but I'm also like, I have no control over what other people are going to do. So I'm
Exactly.
trying
Right,
not
love.
to feed into my anxieties.
Yeah. What
What
about
about
you,
you,
Nikki?
That's right. So yeah, I did woo-saw a little bit, but actually doing that exercise is part of my routine because life, whether it's COVIDian times or any other time in my life where I've had a certain amount of external pressure, it's my responsibility to keep that internal self nurtured, cared for. And so I generally try to woo-saw periodically, and that really helps me to deal with situations. And I plan to do things that make me happy. For example, there's a Black Friday giveaway that's coming up. Would you guys like to know a little bit more about that?
Tell us about
Would
it.
you guys
Tell
like
us
to
about it,
do-
Nikki.
Would you like to win a book and some candles and a couples game?
Oh,
Yes.
share
Exactly.
more.
So Poet Ray Monet has a for couples only Black Friday giveaway. And this is in conjunction with a Valentine's Day event, which I'm going to talk to you about in just a moment. But this Black Friday giveaway is the easiest giveaway out there to be a part of. And I'll tell you why. All you got to do is take a picture of you and your boo, follow at Poet Ray Monet and at PRM Presents on Instagram, which you probably are already doing. Upload the picture of you and your boo, tag it at PRM Presents, and use the hashtag for couples only. That's FORCOUPLESONLY. It's spelled phonetically. And you can get some really cool stuff. Winter is coming. It's cold outside. Wouldn't you like to just snuggle up, play a game by the light of a candle? Of course you would. And those are the types of things that help us to stay balanced, help us to look forward to something. You know, instead of worrying about what the future is going to be like, let's look forward to something good happening on Black Friday. So continue to upload your pictures, post them with your boo. Now remember, you can enter more than one time. So I would suggest you enter at least 2 times to ensure that you'll probably be selected to win this giveaway. Now, let's talk about what's happening in 2021. Here's something to look forward to, something that'll bring a smile to your face. Poet Ray Monet is doing it again. If you missed the August event of this year, it was hot. And full disclosure, since this is Tantalizing Tuesday, I can talk about the glow-in-the-dark bondage, magic wand demo.
Oh, it gave, honey. It gave. It was giving. I was actually low-key shook. Like,
Did you
I
see the
couldn't.
heat coming out from between the rope?
Yes,
see
I
the
mean,
heat?
I couldn't even believe that it was happening. I was, you know, and I'm not a prude. I'm not a prude at all, but I was a little bit taken aback. I was like, oh, wow, this is what
I
we're
wanted
doing.
more.
Wonderful.
I wanted more.
I know more. Well, here it's happening February the 13th. This is the Valentine's Day edition, and we have some more amazing things that are going to be happening. I will give you a sneak preview about one performer who is a sword swallower, and you know we all like
Oh,
to swallow.
we love
Don't say
swallowing, honey, especially a sword, baby. Oh.
okay.
Not a sword swallower. So he'll be swallowing swords in front of everyone.
Not going to say too much more. You need to meet me in the Space to Be on Saturday, February the 13th. And Krill, you're going to be hosting again.
I
It's gonna
shall be the
amazing.
host. I will be the host. So make sure that you guys come out for couples only, because it's just so exciting. I cannot wait to be there. I cannot wait to host this, and I can't wait to make good friends with the sword swallower. Maybe we can compare notes, give each other tips.
Listen, so So these are the types of things that add balance to your life. As much pain and sadness and just a feeling of being despondent that you might have gone through this year, take control, be focused. You have things that you can do. Saul just talked about this fantastic event that's coming up. I just talked about Black Friday. I also talked about February 13th. Poet Ray Monet presents at Poet Ray Monet. It's so easy to find on all forms of social media. There's nothing that's stopping us from being the beautiful, smoldering, sexy people that we're meant to be.
And Saul, do you have anything else to share? Any events you want to plug coming up soon?
Yes, I also do this thing called Femmes Who. I tried to do it monthly. I didn't get a chance to do it last month because I just had been a little bit overwhelmed with work. But it's just a space for femme identifying folks to come and speak about any experiences of gender-based violence, sexual harassment, abuse, and assault. Just a space for us to be heard, to heal, and to connect with each other. So you can follow me at Soul Like Soul, SOLLIKESOUL.
It's on this flyer right here.
Yep.
Soul Like Soul.
Soul Like Soul, honey. I know most people get that confused. Some people call you Soul, and some people call you Soul, like soul.
Yes.
So it's Soul Like Soul.
It depends on where you are in your sexual position. You can say soul. You know,
That's
Exactly.
or how you climaxing. So you know.
Yes.
Very that. Well, listen, I want to thank Nikki. Oh, go ahead, Nikki.
Soul, can you do me a favor? When you see Ruth, can you just give her this for me?
Yes, I will.
I have a special place in my heart for Ruth.
And if Ruth is watching, we're sending you kisses.
Sending you kisses and love, Ruth. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And what's always a pleasure is having Nikki here and having Saul here. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our first segment for Tantalizing Tuesday. It has been really, really fabulous. Thank you guys.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Of course.
Enjoyed having you.
Bye. So now we have our second segment. Yes, and of course, first of all, let us welcome a friend of mine. She's not a friend of yours. She's a friend of mine. The one, the only, Monique, honey.
Hello, y'all. How y'all doing?
We are doing fabulous. Hey, Monique.
Oh, guess what, y'all?
Tell me.
At the beginning of Tantalizing Tuesdays, the introductions weren't live.
Oh, that's a mess.
Yes, so I just want to remind everybody this is Tantalizing Tuesday.
And we are here, honey. We are here.
Hey, Sean.
We are welcoming Sean. Hey, Sean.
How are you guys?
We are doing fab. We are doing fab.
Look, let me try to figure out how to work this screen. Okay, everybody's on here now. Okay.
Yeah, you looking cute.
I'm trying to be like you because you out here glammed all the way up. Let me tell you.
Hey, you know it's Tantalizing Tuesday. That's what we do.
I mean, you should
That's
be
what
showing a
we
little
do.
bit more than that if it's Tantalizing Tuesday, man.
You know, usually I show a little bit more, but you
Yes.
know, I just found my faith back, and you know, we just can't.
The Lord would want you to be undressed.
What is that?
I'm sure he would. I'm sure he would.
I don't think you just found anything back.
No, I get on my knees quite frequently to worship.
Okay.
Whenever I need to. Whenever I need
Worship
to.
that
So. Worship the big one, the big thing up above, up above my head.
Don't worry, I'll bring you some knee pads.
Sean, though, how are you? First of all, Sean, welcome to Tantalizing Tuesday. Such a pleasure to have you. And for our guests out there.
First time with us. So You're a virgin.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Pop your
We're
cherry.
popping Sean's cherry tonight in
Let me tell
Tantalizing
you, it needed a
Tuesday.
good popping.
Always, always. Cherries deserve to be popped. And you are a YouTuber, and on your YouTube, you do discuss a lot about sex and sexuality. Especially when it comes to, the LGBT community, specifically gay men, especially gay black men.
Gay?
Yes, he's a homosexual. Can you believe it? Oh my
He's a
God.
homosexual.
Yes, we have a homosexual here.
Oh my God, I'm out of here.
That's out the bag. I can't hide it anymore. Wow, she really left like that.
And I'm out of here.
Yes, mommy, if you're watching this, I know you said I shouldn't be friends with the gays, but he's fine. So
Yes,
we have him here.
Special that I'm technically queer. I just learned all of that extra
Oh,
stuff.
I love that. I love that. My best friend
Definitely.
is also
Okay.
queer.
I
Yeah.
love all
I
these
do
terms.
sleep with
Honey,
others.
we're gonna have a whole show dedicated to this.
I know, right?
Yes, we could.
It's
Well,
hard.
Sean, one of your videos went super duper viral and that really blew your channel up. Tell us about that video. Actually, I was just watching it like 2 days ago. Tell us about that video and what was it like to have a video like that blow up?
So you're referring to my video, and it's titled "My First Time Bottoming."
Your first time bottoming, yes.
So for those who don't know what bottoming is, it's when so you bend over, right? And it's all lubed up and prepped and nice. Not in my first time though.
Oh, not mine either.
Ouch.
You present the booty.
I don't understand that, honey. Y'all weren't taught right, honey. Because my first time, I was prepared.
Okay, there you
I
go.
was not. I was
You
not.
already said the difference. You were taught. I was not.
Okay, yeah. So teach us. Come on now.
So you present the booty, and then the other person, is lubed up and wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Presenting their.
You can say dick.
They're presenting the meat.
Curious one to
The
say
meat.
dick.
The meat.
The
And
meat.
they gently push into your cake.
Oh, in the cake, not the
Create
cake.
sweet frictional
Hmm.
music.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
And
Sean.
watching that video, right, it kind of reminded me of my first time, where everything just goes wrong. It's just like, oh, wow. I want to ask you this because I know my first time bottoming when I was done, not really, because we never went anywhere to finish, and because it was
Okay.
just like not giving.
We
So
were just
it
done
just
with it.
it just had to end because it was not giving. And at the end of it, my thought was, I'm never doing this again. This is really terrible. Like, is this what the gays have been doing? How do people find this fun? I'm like, this is literally the worst thing I've ever done. This is
Agreed.
not fun at all. And so watching your video, I was leading into that. It brought me right back to that first time. I was like, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one with a bad first time.
Let me tell you, everyone hit me up and was just like, ours went the same way. Or, you should. This is what got me the coaching years later. I'm like, I'm not the same way anymore. They're like, you should have did this, and next time do this. Do you think I'm still out here trying to figure it out?
You're a pro now.
It's been a minute. Yes.
Bitch, I'm a pro. Ain't a hoe like me.
Okay. Yes.
We love a pro. We love a pro. We love a pro. We love a pro.
Security.
She got.
Yes. So on your channel, Sean, you also discuss, a whole other myriad of, things when it comes to gay sex and gay sexuality. Tell me why you decided to, kind of make that your niche in this space.
So what you have to create is something that you like to watch. And what I like to watch, you rarely see. You can find one or two. My favorite YouTubers don't even make YouTubes about one. Some of them still make YouTubes, but there's about different topics, or some just don't even make it anymore. And I'm like, well, I need to fill that niche. I used to love, let's see, Malibu Dollface used to do a thing, and I used to love. He still does it. Sometimes it's called Closet Talks, but it's every once in a blue moon. And I used to just love watching him sit there and rant. Or I used to watch, so many people, they just sit there and they talk about their experiences, them coming out, them doing this. And I'm like, okay, well, I have questions about a little grittier stuff. Why can't I talk about it? Because we are moving into a time where that's more talked about than anything, and it's being more accepting ish. Like it's accepting ish, and it's like I don't really care. At the end of the day, somebody needed to know the knowledge, and don't, like, if y'all judge me, okay, I do what I want.
It's definitely needed. You have you have a lot of great topics on there, and normally I wouldn't follow such a young person like yourself, but I think you're very entertaining, and I learned a lot from your channels. Even the comedy ones, like, is she your wife? I like that one, and the one about the people cheating, and the top versus the bottoms. So really good information. I mean, it's really
a lot.
And like, you know, I have gay people in my family, so it's really nice to see these kind of stories because they don't talk to me about it, but I know they doing it. I know y'all out there doing all that shit.
I'm the only gay.
No, it's cool.
Family.
You're the only homo.
Look, I'm one of the younger ones. I'm one of the youngest people in my family. Everybody else is old and whatever else, but like, but no one judges me. I'm not proud of it.
Your Aunt Ruth had a lesbian experience in college.
I have one cousin who used to be with a woman, but now she's not.
Thanks.
Oh, girl, I have an aunt that's just like that. I've only known her with men for years, and she has 2 sons, my older cousins who are much older than me. But, you know, she got with a woman named Pookie. And she was with Pookie and them, girl.
Nobody said nothing about it because they always knew.
Honey, yes, honey.
Oh, nobody, they didn't call it.
Pookie was a big butch girl, honey, and she was giving everything. And my auntie was on it like rice.
They didn't have it a name. They used to say, you know, that's her special friend.
Yes.
Her friend.
But you think you're the only? I have quite a few gays in my family. Quite a couple. I have a couple, but I'm not the only gay cousin.
I must say I'm the fiercest gay in my family.
Oh, you have multiple gays in your family, Racy?
I'm the fiercest. Oh my, I'm the fiercest. There are some there, but I rule supreme.
I love it.
I know, that's right. Yes.
No, Sean, you said on your channel you're not afraid to get gritty. How gritty would you get? Would you do a video about, let's see, hemorrhoids, anal fissures, and rectal prolapses? Yes. Okay, well, great. For those of you girls out there.
Serious point blank. I did a video about my first HIV test and STD test experience. And that, like, people appreciate that. I can go into so much more.
I'm saving all my stuff
for just that. And I have way more stories.
And you love a good story time.
The bigger I get, the more juicier stories y'all will get.
Yes. I love that.
All person, because at the end of the day, I'm good over here, so I might help the next person. You can judge all you want to, but your judging ass probably didn't did it all.
Yeah, that's why they judge.
It's about this. It's always
them.
Free people, and when you're free other people, and it's you know, I live and walk in my freedom. I'm in my truth, so I don't worry about how anybody else, what you think of me. You know,
yes,
and I can't. You know, every day it's so funny because when I walk down the street. Every day, everywhere I go, I always get this, no matter where I go, and I'm correcting people all the time. They always say miss, and I always have to turn to my girlfriends and go, and you bought them titties, and you bought that pussy, and they still give me miss. And I have to correct people, and I always have to correct people and say, no, it's sir. But then sometimes I'm so over it that I just maneuver and move on. And I'll be giving, when I correct them, they still will be giving this. And
all the time. I mean, Racy Nanda.
And fabulous.
Yeah, exactly, honey. She said cunts.
I laugh all the time because I'll be giving no.
That's why my page says a page, like my about page on YouTube says a page for the free. And all
Racy, you saying that, by the way, the other day you and I took an Uber, maybe a month ago or so, and they dropped you off first, and then on my way back the Uber guy said he was like, oh, so is that your grandmother or mother? And I said no. And I'm like, yeah, because you guys are really good. I said,
I was pushing a cart up the street and stopped me and said, ma'am, I'll take the portion of this for you. I said, baby, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Thank you, baby. I utilize this gray hair more than ever. Thank you, baby. Oh, God.
You better.
Sweet.
Work
Yes. Thank you.
And be sitting there with a 5 o'clock shadow when I take the beard off. And
We got women like that.
Exactly. In all shapes and forms. So that's what it's giving. That is what it is giving. I love that.
Live your best possible life. You know, we work, and this has not 2020 for real. If it has not taught us anything, life is too damn short to sit around and worry about what our people think. 1, to be stuck in your head. 2, to get into a place of wake up. You know, you gotta wake up. This has taught us to wake the fuck up.
Yes.
You know, and it's okay to have those moments when you putting the cover over your head, but get out of that space of feeling like everything is consuming you or closing you in. And you gotta live your best possible life in the moment. That means getting out, walking, jogging, talking. In this time that we are in, if you are stuck in the house looking at the 4 walls, shame on you, bitch. Get the fuck up out the house and breathe some air and look at the trees, read a book, listen to some twirl. Fuck if
the
you
world
want.
is outside.
Just 3, 4, 5 people if you want to. If you want to do whatever you want to do, now learn, because you know what, life is short. But if you're gonna fuck a whole lot of people, get paid and use condoms.
Tested regularly.
You know, that's important. And I agree. That's a great sentiment. That is a fabulous sentiment. Well, you know, Sean, no, and I asked this to our previous guest, but I want to hear from you now with the election behind us. You know, have your anxieties gone down? Has it made you, feel more titillated? Are you more in tune with, or it's just like not a thing?
It's actually, I'm kind of stressed still, y'all. Like this man over. You
better have a sip of wine or something, child.
I drink so much.
Or smoke a joint or something, honey.
See, they don't
let that stress go.
Do y'all see the behind the scenes? See, my friend tells me everything, and like seeing how he's firing people in certain areas and this, that, and the third. I'm kind of nervous. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But
you're voting.
We have seen it all. We have seen it all. I'm not living. You cannot let that consume you. I refuse to. There are moments you're gonna have your highs and lows, but you know what? Living, and you're from this area. You lived here, so you know all the rigmarole when it comes to all this. It's called life. And let me tell you something. As a Black gay man, you have survived everything.
Okay.
As a Black person, sure.
You know,
fully that.
Yeah.
Dumb folks don't know nothing about no struggle. We know about the struggle. We in the struggle.
We'll always survive, regardless of who won. We still gonna be here dealing with it all.
Yes, exactly.
So, was this your first time voting?
This is my second time voting.
Okay, good.
I lost the first time. But now we're 50-50, it's going up here.
Okay, good. No, it was good seeing a whole bunch of young people. I worked the election that day, and I was just so happy to see young people coming in.
I wasn't your average young person. I voted the first day that early voting started. I was not about to be nothing.
Yes.
October 15th, I was out. I was about to say wrong date. October 15th, I was out there like, excuse me. Went to the wrong place and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, because of COVID, you could win anywhere. It didn't matter this time around. That's good. Board of Elections.
Beautiful. I love that. Well,
not Nikki. I said Nikki. Nikki must be on my mind. Monique.
Yes.
So what's going on in your life, Monique? What's happening? I see them lips are popping. They all glossed up, and your titties are sitting.
She's glowing.
Well, because I cannot be. I gotta get dressed up every now and then. My friend told me, "You don't never dress up. We ain't going nowhere. It's COVID."
Well, I think
for Tantalizing Tuesday, I try to.
Always looks fabulous. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. But you know, we got a lot of stuff going on around here.
Mhm.
I'm going into my next term, and we got some new commissioners on our board. Yes, so I'm
Mhm.
very excited. We got some young progressive ladies, and we have another one that is retired. So we have all ages on our board representing a whole bunch of people, and I'm just looking forward to, you know, communicating more with the community and just like really bringing up their political awareness. I'm not trying
Yes.
to stuff a whole bunch of things down people's throats, but we have got to be aware about what our voting power is, how we can elect people, what their jobs and duties are, and how to follow people. We are really, we control our own lives, and that comes with these policies and things like that that we can do. We can manipulate legislation, we can come
Mhm.
together, and we could do certain things as a community. And that's really what I'm trying to focus on coming up.
All right.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So before I have you guys do your shameless plugs, let's do a screenshot. By the way, I just realized I neglected to do the screenshot in the first segment. So I'm calling myself out. It's fine. I'm calling myself out. I'm self-aware enough to do that. But let us go ahead and do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ow.
Okay, beautiful.
One thing
Got
I
you.
always was taught, it's never my fault. Y'all.
Mom, you're gonna get a spanking for that.
It's fully mine. It's fully mine.
We talked about bottoming earlier
Mhm.
and the joys and the pain of that. But I'm gonna ask a question for all of you, and I want all of you to think about this. But when I ask the question, I want you to think very carefully.
Mhm.
Monique, even you, when it comes to vaginal sex
Wow.
or intercourse itself, in the
Mhm.
moment of intercourse, male or female, there is a moment you make this sound. You go like this. Have you ever experienced that?
Multiple times, many times. Yes, is the answer to the question.
Not with everybody, but yeah.
That answer right there. That's the answer right there.
That is the answer. But I will say, there are many reasons, to make that sound. For some, it can be a basic
It's the
thing, just
sound you
like
make regardless, because it's the moment of penetration.
that's what I exactly.
Sound, everybody
Sounds
makes
good.
just for a
And
moment.
she's right and tight back here, so I always got to make a little bit of a sound because it's not just falling in.
Competition.
Still on that dick.
That's how it happens, and like not all the time, but some
it's a good sound when it's good dick.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Good
definitely.
dick, you make a sound like oh. It's
Look,
it's
I'm about to tell you when that sound is
you
bad.
speaking in tongue better than Paula White on that video.
I'm about to tell you when that sound is bad.
Tell me.
You ever have somebody an experience how trying to just go all quick?
Then it's like girl. It's yes,
Oh, no,
and it's
that
girl,
does not
no.
sound right. No.
You be like,
And for people like us who had those bad first experiences, we're well aware of what they are. And so now I'm sure that for us, we are prepared. We know what the tea is. We are good. We are cute. And so
when you would hear a funny story when we were younger and coming up, of course, we always had the older girls. The older girls always gave you a whole plethora of like 5 different things to do to prepare yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5 things were: 1, don't eat. Drink plenty of water. Fleet. Time it just right.
Better time it, girl.
Before you about to get it. You know what I'm saying? And those 5 things were so funny. And I'm reading today all this whole phrase on social media, on Twitter. Everybody's talking about fleet. Have y'all been seeing?
Yeah, it's big, right? Can you believe Twitter's new story function is called Fleet? And I'm like, no one consulted the gays about this before.
The whole thing is, I was reading all this, and I said, why am I seeing Fleet all
over Twitter? Yes,
what is Fleet?
That's the new Twitter stories function. So just like how you have Instagram stories and Facebook stories, and
But what
everybody
is it
has
for the gays?
fleet
to
to douche
you.
your asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Uh-huh.
For real?
Yes.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
wow.
That's the name of the most popular douching brand.
Damn. Just like the Proud Boys. Okay. Twitter's gay anyway. Whatever.
Why you look like that, Sean?
I don't tweet, so y'all just enlighten me on something. I didn't even know Twitter had a story.
It just came out today, baby.
Yeah.
It's a
Sean's
new thing
Twitter's
today.
I don't even like this. I'm more on Instagram.
Yes.
My Twitter is filled with, well, Nicki Minaj and porn.
Oh, same.
Okay. I got to go on your page.
I have two,
Right.
but I do have two Twitters.
To all the girls out there doing OnlyFans, let me just say this to you. God bless you. God bless all the OnlyFans girls. Because if I was 30 years older and had the body like I had 30 years ago in 1984, bitch, y'all bitches would have to step off of me. Y'all would, because I would be shaking up the room. But for a thick girl and an older, mature queen, I still make it nervous.
That's right.
I still make
it. There's an OnlyFans page for you too. Shit, go get it.
But that ain't my cup of tea.
Let me tell you, everybody got to see.
When I can go to Twitter, My Vista, Pornhub, all, I just couldn't see it. I have
but when you make it, you need a discount code.
OnlyFans, but I just can't see it, child. Now I might pop on or pop off, or might one or two might get a subscription, but after a few views, I'm canceling it because I
see. I get to see. I see everyone's stuff. I just don't think I have it in me to subscribe because
I get it to all
porn is free.
Oh,
like,
you gotta pay for it if you subscribe.
You have to pay for it.
Okay.
And then
I get
like
it.
once
if
you make
lost your job,
popping.
If you lost your job and you were in retail and you want you know the friendly skies are not flying so right, and you know you in a restaurant and the restaurant is closing, then get your OnlyFans on.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Just know the more popular you are, the more free your stuff gonna be. Because even it's gonna be all over Twitter, and I can go watch it for free.
Same. That's what I do. I've never even been to the OnlyFans website. I've literally never been. I don't know what it looks like.
I've clicked it only because it's been in people's bios, and I just be like, "You lying," and I'll be wanting to be nosy and see how much they say.
I see. I still.
$14.99.
I see all the popping content on Twitter, high key. So it's like, whomever it is who records them or steals them or whatever it may be and put them on Twitter. Thank you. You are doing a service.
Thing right here, and this had me dying because it made so much sense. They said, "You saying your pussy is better than a streaming service," meaning the minute you put your stuff online, you and for the price, because they be like, the price be like $15.99, $20.99. They be like, you telling me that your pussy is better than Netflix? Because at least with those, I get 3,000 and plus different shows.
Yes,
and different things. With you, I only get one angle from the same place.
That's why the only way I could ever even entertain the idea, and this is no shade, this is just me, porn is free, and porn has been free for a very long time. I grew up in the 2000s and the 2010s. I grew up when the internet was a thing, and porn has always just been free. So I don't care how famous someone is, how great they look.
Where do you men be paying for shit? They just
I just do not want to pay. Like, I'm just like, girl,
right now.
Some people
my Cash App.
Oh, let me rephrase that because I don't want to offend nobody. I ain't knocking no girl's hustle. Get your hustle on and get it on well. I get it because
I love it.
Some people pay for that, and that's the privilege and that's the service that they want. They don't want to go certain places.
Exactly.
And they pay.
These men will do it.
So I get it. So I'm not knocking no girl's hustle.
Oh, never. Yeah. It's just I personally don't have to, I can fuck if I want to, and I can watch free porn if I need to and take care of myself.
And make it in the courtesy of your own home. You can
I
make
can
your
make
own.
it in the courtesy
Yes.
of my own home. There we go. But you know, I live for the OnlyFans girls. I'm sad to say that I'm not a monetary supporter, but I am a Twitter watcher of the content that you guys produce. And you guys might not be into that, and I get it. That's 100% fine because you know people should pay for what you're putting out. But I'm just letting you know that I'm a
I ain't
Twitter
doing it,
watcher. It ain't
But
me,
I must
girl.
say, I am a fan of porn in the adult industry when it's done
Yes.
well. And some people are very creative with their concepts, their
Oh
life
yeah.
angles, and everything. Now because I have paid for porn. I have a
Mhm.
connoisseur, and I paid for some very good porn, and I paid for
Yes.
very bad porn. But good porn will last forever. So
You
to all
never
my
forget. You
adult
never forget.
I applaud you.
Yes, I
Kudos,
get.
'cause there's
Yes.
some amazing ones out there, and they are on there at the top of their
Girl,
game.
there are some scenes that you know, those scenes that you just never forget. Like sometimes I'll run into a scene I watched when I was 16, and I'm like, oh girl, this shit still hits,
Still
honey.
hits.
This shit
Still
is
get the job
still
done.
everything
Open up those
the whole
pockets.
Wait, so have you ever been like, so you ever like will start watching and you be like, okay, it's starting off stupid, and you just trying to get to the good part, and you skip,
Yes.
and then you skip to a part, you like, well, how did you get here? And
Right.
you go
Yes.
Then you go
Gotta
back. Then you go back.
It's a couple
Very.
times I had to look at the lighting angle and stuff like this. Say, well, wait a minute, bitch. Wait a minute, bitch. Wait a minute, I gotta try that move, bitch. Wait a minute, let me back
Oh
this up.
yes.
10 minutes in, I'm over here trying to be part of production. Now I'm confused and don't even feel like finishing.
Baby. Okay, so we're coming down to the time. So let me start wrapping up, and I'll begin with having Sean shamelessly plug his Instagram and YouTube. So go ahead, Sean.
Boom. Sorry. Okay, so first things first, that's my YouTube, you guys. You can subscribe to me at Shawn Deon, SHAWNDEON. I post a few times a week, you know, Gay Guy Talks, and that is about to be revamped. So all this kind of topics we talk about now, from sex to marriage to relationships to dating to food to anything you can think of, it's there. And a whole bunch of story times that will involve my experiences in life that I'm not too ashamed to say happen sadly more often than others. And then my Instagram, which is the same exact thing, Shawn Deon, which I don't really post. I post a lot on my stories, y'all. Y'all gonna get some good tea there. And usually I post, you know, a picture every now and again. You see, I just posted a whole bunch of thumbnails and then a random picture of myself because I felt like that bitch that day.
Yes, I love it. And Monique, what do you have to share?
I have only one thing I want to share is the Ward 8 holiday bike ride. So if you guys are one of the lucky people that got that ticket, congratulations. Because of COVID, it is very limited, but it will be happening. And we're just going to be looking at places like Bellevue. We're going to go to the Sports Entertainment Center. We're going to look at the ghost town of Berry Farms, Anacostia, and we're going to end up there. So it's going to be a really nice bike ride. So come check out the west side of Ward 8, and hopefully we can have another bigger ride in the spring.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And this is, well, thank God we're doing it now, because in a few weeks, it's going to be deep in the winter, honey. So it's a great fall bike ride. The leaves are changed. They look beautiful out right now.
Great weather, darling. It's
yes, 61 degrees and sunny on Saturday morning,
we
y'all.
Love it.
Yes,
We love it.
nice.
We love it.
Thank you, Bike Share MPD, WABA.
Well, we want to thank all of our guests for joining us. Sean and Monique, thank you guys so much for joining us for Tantalizing Tuesday. Such a pleasure having you guys, and can't wait for you to join us for whatever next that we have you here for. Thanks so much.
It's
okay, good night, you guys.
Good night. Bye, Sean. Bye, Monique.
Sean. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
So Racine, of course, we had a fabulous guest tonight. It's been such a great show. We really got deep into it, especially when it comes to bottoming. I just want everyone out there to know that I may speak like an expert when it comes to bottoming, but I'm actually a total top, a mask dom top. That is what I am.
It's a hell of a liar. Okay? I'm surprised your nose ain't growing.
I live. So Before we leave and before Racine's closing statement, I have just a few reminders for everyone. So we want you guys to make sure that you follow us here at Team Racine, of course, on our social media at Team Racine on all forms of social media. Go to Eventbrite, teamracine.eventbrite.com, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow me, Krillius, at It's Krillius on Twitter and It's Krillius on Instagram. And you can follow Racine at Racine HRH on Twitter, Racine Pendarvis on Instagram, and Facebook.com/Racine.Pendarvis. And for all information about Racine, you can go to Racine.com. Now, you can also join Racine for Music Mondays at 12 noon Eastern on Facebook Live, #Music Mondays. That's weekly at noon. You can also join us again for the next edition of Tantalizing Tuesday on third Tuesdays. And our final date in 2020 will be December 15th. So our final date of Tantalizing Tuesday will be December 15th. Remember, we also have Read a Book Wednesdays at noon on Wednesdays on Racine's Facebook Live. So make sure that you join for that, because reading is what? Fundamental. And of course, remember that you can send us donations via Cash App at #AskRacine or PayPal AskRacine@gmail.com. Those donations are much, 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 much appreciated. And of course, we want to, give a huge shout out, huge thanks to our production sponsor, AHF Pharmacy. For more information, please visit their website at ahfpharmacy.org. Racine, any closing words?
Yes, we are on the eve of the holidays. So to anybody listening in any city that you're in, please do not be alone. Reach out to someone. There are organizations, LGBT, if you're part of that community. If you're not, the Office of Aging, or just Google. And there are plenty of places that you can go that are social distancing, that you can register, or you can even register for certain programs where they will send food to you. And you don't have to be alone on the holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year. Reach out. And if you want to do something, social distance. Have maybe 5 people over. If you have a nice home and you like to cook, then invite 5 people that are maybe not spending it with family, but do it where you're distancing in a way where you have people in your home so you won't be alone. But also, to all of those folks who are listening, during the holidays, find time to give. Give to a lot of organizations that are suffering right now. As you know, the Ask Racine show was down for the whole entire year, but one show. So if you'd like to give to us, please. But if not, give to an organization. Go in your closet, get some of your old coats, some of your old shoes, and take them down to places. Or just do it. Find someone that's in front of a library or an old church or somewhere, and take your coat and do that. Or just be kind to someone. Give them a sandwich. Give them some kind words. Give them a hot cup of coffee. Or just give them some social distancing words of encouragement. And if you don't feel like you want to give them money, you can always just pray for them. If those who are believers of faith, pray for them. If not, just be a shady motherfucker and keep on going about your life.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's how we're going to end it. So everyone, see you next Tantalizing Tuesday. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.